Like, okay, ethically, when do you think you should tell your girlfriend that she's dating a bot? like at which point do you admit that, okay, in person it's me, but as soon as I'm not here, all this shit that shows up on your phone isn't even me.
Warning, this podcast is for entertainment only and not intended for medical purposes.
Enter the Freud.
Like, he's literally trying to use a bot to translate for the ladies.
Like, to chat with them?
Yes. Like, here's what she said. What should I say? Right?
Wow.
So I was like, oh, I like your style, but you just didn't do it right. So I just screenshotted my shit and put the screenshot right into GPT. And I told GPT, you are now like the best dating coach ever. Tell me what to say. and I'd be like, this lady's 35. What should I say to her? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And then it would tell, I'll have to like screenshot this to put in the video because it's totally preposterous. I don't know if I'll be able to read it. It says, haha, I totally get it, sweetie. Hungry and multitasking is the best first impression. Isn't the best first impression. But I like that you're dedicated to your routine. Saturday works for me. I'll try not to distract you too much. Until then, unless you want a little midweek motivation. Wink, wink. I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, okay, GPT, that's your expert level. And then I said, okay, what if I want to suggest sex? Right? What if I just want to randomly suggest that, right?
Yeah.
And it says, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, here's the second response. Well, I was going to say I'd wait until Saturday, but now I'm just picturing you all sweaty, and suddenly I'm feeling very impatient. Wink, wink. Bro, what?
So what do you think? I think Chat GPT did a pretty good job.
Yeah, the GPT might get rid of what is happening to me. Is so check this out. In person, I'm on, dude. So in the end of last year, I went out on 4 dates in 24 hours just to end 2024, right?
Oh.
And I was so off that all of them kind of were not right. And I didn't even follow up to go on a second date with any of them, right?
Yeah.
It was more of like an exposure experiment. Like, let's see, like, do you really have it in you to just go straight 3 dates in one day and one the next? Like, really?
Yeah.
I was like,
right.
Yeah, let's see. But so then, like, as I find myself this year actually going out in person, like, I kind of am on, right? Like, in person I'm on, but then it's like the period between the first date and then like 4 days until the next date. I don't know what the fuck to do by day 3. By day 3, I'm like, I don't play well and just say dumb shit. Like, good morning. I hope you have a lovely day. Like, that's, dude, I don't say that shit to women I don't know. And it's like, then I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I need a GPT. I literally need a fucking bot to do this. And then at some point, like, okay, ethically, when do you think you should tell your girlfriend that she's dating a bot? like at which point do you admit that, okay, in person it's me, but as soon as I'm not here, all this shit that shows up on your phone isn't even me.
Dude, if this app or software isn't invented yet, you and I should do it. We'll be instantly rich. It's just an app on your phone that you just connects to your text and you just like say, go for it, bot, and that they just handle it. It's just like gets handled. you can watch what it's saying, but you just don't have to think about it. And just the AI just like handles all the stupid texting. The good morning, sweetie. Can't wait to see you next Tuesday.
Dude, that shit that I end up saying the dumbest shit, right? I literally do. I say the worst kind of stuff. So I used Chat GPT's response. Okay, here's another. I entered 2 just to see how it did, right? So I'll put that one up on the screen here as well. And then here's GPT's very nice response. It's very, very polite. I think the lady was saying that I have a one-track mind. That's what she was saying. Because I kind of do. Like, when I'm on and the chick is into me and I'm like, all right, let's just figure out how we can have sex. And then we'll navigate it from there. It's kind of like, I am like that. So GPT says, guilty as charged. But hey, I think you have at least a 2-track mind. One for mischief. One for making sure you have a great time. What's something fun you'd like to do together that doesn't involve keeping me up all night? Oh. Dude, the GPT's a little cheeky, right?
Yeah, it is. It's dirtier than I would think.
Well, then I told it, okay, great. What if I want to suggest sex? Right? Okay, so the GPT, it says, well, I was thinking of an activity that involves teamwork, cardio, and leaves both of us feeling amazing afterwards. Any guesses? Dude, this shit is funny, bro. I can't... Dude, it's just... It literally is like the shit that I say, but it's gone even... well, no, some of the stuff I say is actually like... It's like masked, and there's a slight disturbance that I allow through. Mm-hmm. And ladies don't like it. They get kind of like, they want something more like GPT. They don't want my real self because it's slightly tormented. As I pointed out, I'm a little bit of an incel, right? Yeah. Or I'm headed in that way. And I'm like,
no, what you're texting is you kind of have like a don't give a fuck vibe to everything.
Totally.
And you also have this like, who cares? We're just being silly. So who gives a fuck what we say? We're just trying to be silly. Let's not fucking take any of this too seriously. So you just have that vibe throughout, and new ladies, that could freak them out.
It definitely does. Some of them think it's great, and they will immediately suggest that we meet up and hook up, right? And then other ones are just kind of like, oh, they're not sure. They kind of think that this playful thing means that I'm just looking for a one-night stand. Mm-hmm. They can't quite make sense of this. And so I took the liberty to then to respond to the one lady, and I told her about that we should do that I was thinking of an activity that involves teamwork and cardio. And I said, any ideas? Okay. Now, this is a very refined, she's older than I am, and she's an executive for this company. And so her response to that was, how about rowboats on Georgetown in the water? Oh. And I was like, dude, my natural reaction would be like, hey, why would you intentionally try to make this PG?
I bet she missed the joke, dude.
You think she actually is just like, she's at work right now in meetings, and she literally was just like, oh, this is a good idea. He's gonna like that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Have you seen those rowboats on the Potomac?
I don't think so.
It's like crew. It's like the Olympic rowing where they have the really small, skinny white boats.
Oh.
And you see them out on the Potomac by Georgetown, and it's really pretty. It kind of has this like romantic, scenic sort of look to it.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's for the novice. That's like sculling.
Yeah, totally. Exactly.
Right?
No, if you guys actually tried to do that, it would be a disaster.
We'll fucking fall in.
There's like movies that like show that, and it has this kind of romantic, dreamy aesthetic to it. So I bet you she like didn't get the innuendo of your text, and she's like, okay, teamwork, cardio, rowing.
Oh wow. Well, I think like the fact that I'm actually considering having a bot respond in between dates. Like, dude, what is wrong with me? What's wrong with this? What's happened? What's happened here?
I think you just honestly, texting is like a new language, a new vernacular that has emerged in our culture over the past 10, 15 years. And I think you don't take it seriously, and you're like, fuck this stupid little code vernacular. So you refuse to play by the rules of the stupid text code. And it's been fine for you because usually you're just texting with your friends and whatever. Who gives a fuck? But then when it's this new dating thing and you violate the rules of the vernacular code text bullshit, it scares it scares the women. And then you're like, fuck, I need to like do this. So you're like trying to use a bot. I don't think you should use a bot too, because those bots responses are good for bots, but they're not really that good.
they're ridiculous.
I think you just at the first date, you just got to tell the lady at the end of the first date, like, yo, I liked you. We should hang out again. But I don't speak text, so you can't like get mad at me if I don't text properly because I don't know how to do it. So let's just like see each other next week and don't rely on me to be good in the texting thing. And then maybe just have a couple phone calls or something.
Yeah, that would probably be much better.
Yeah.
Like I would
next time she's like texting you this, that, and the other, don't respond and then just fucking call her later when you have a free second. Because the text communication thing is fucking tweaked. And the young people, they kind of know how to do it. I've learned how to do it more or less, but it's a pain in the ass.
Dude,
it's so easy to fucking misinterpret what people are saying, too.
Oh, yeah.